Hey guys, thanks for taking the time to check out my course, Work from Home Making Money Online Buying Penny Stocks. Alright, let me introduce you to myself. My name is Mubarak Shah, and I am one of the top guys in the penny stock industry at the moment. Currently, I have over 5,200 students, and I teach people an A to Z program of how to make money online trading penny stocks. So, right now, this course will give you what you need in order to start no matter what, whether you're working a full-time job, whether you're trying to just make extra money on the side, or if you have time to start trading full-time. I teach you everything you need to know, regardless of your background, regardless of your experience. Okay? So what I'm going to do in this little promo video is I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to learn in the course and give you a little teaser into the whole curriculum and what it's going to cover. But essentially, if you're tired of wasting your money on other get rich quick schemes or internet marketing or stuff like that, this is going to be your solution. This is going to be what allows you to actually make money and actually profit off of the education that you're investing into right now by buying this product or by buying this course. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Now let's talk a little bit about the course. What we're going to go into is exactly the stocks that we're going to trade, which is penny stocks. And I talk exactly about you. I introduce and give it to you step by step how you're going to make money from penny stocks. So I break down what a penny stock is, how you buy and sell them. I show you on my screen live exactly how you buy and sell trades so that there's no guesswork for you. Alright, I take it all out of it there. You just know exactly what you need to do. And I disclose one of my most profitable strategies, okay? And then I go into the top tips and tricks and everything about what type of account you should make, how to get started with your broker, so you dive right into trading, okay? And then I teach you my best formula, right? And I don't hide anything. As you can see, I go into a lot of different strategies, and I even tell you exactly what I do. You get the full 15-minute course and insight into what I do, alright? And this is just the beginning of the course. I'm going to constantly update it and constantly put more reviews into it. So this is a little bit about myself. I currently have 5,200 students, and actually I think I'm about to break 5,300 at the time of this recording. But if you want to learn penny stocks, this is the course for you. So thanks for taking the time to check it out, and I hope I see you guys inside. Hello, and welcome to the In Penny Stock Beginner module, where I teach you guys the basics of the penny stock market and how to get into day trading. Now, let's start off with what exactly a penny stock is. Before we go any further, talking about trading or how to make profits or how to get involved in the penny stock market, I want to start with the very basics, and that is what exactly is a penny stock. There's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of negative connotations about the penny stock market. So I just want to clear that up right now. A penny stock, as defined by the SEC, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is a federal regulatory agency, defines a penny stock as any stock under $5, and that is technically the quote-unquote the street definition of what a penny stock is. But pretty much any stock that's traded under $5, under $10 sometimes, is considered a penny stock. Okay, and the reason it's called a penny stock is because literally some of these stocks you can buy for a single penny. Don't worry about this module right here right now. This is just a list of different penny stocks, and you can see their prices right here. Don't worry about the bid and the ask. I'm going to go over that later. You can just see right here that these are stocks, and these are actual stocks that you can purchase, and they literally cost a single penny, or 4 cents for a share of a stock of DIRV or Direct View Holdings. So they're called penny stocks because they're so low priced, and that's exactly what is the appeal of penny stocks, is because they are traded at such low prices. You can actually invest or trade these stocks and make money because of the volatility in their prices, which I'll go over later. But in this video, I just want to cover what exactly a penny stock is, and try to clear up different things about the industry. basically, one of the reasons that they can make you money is because of the price changes that occur in these stocks. So, as you can see here, I'm going to sort this by percentage change. This is everything that happened in a single day. Okay, this all happened on March 25th, and you can see, you know, actually, the thing is, sometimes you have to ignore a few of these trades. This went up 75,000%. Don't focus on that. That wasn't traded too much. But as you can see here, this went up, it just went up about a penny. But because this traded at less than a penny when it opened, you could have made a profit in it. That's a lot of, guessing and everything, but the ones that are more realistic are the ones that down here. 200% gains, 100% gains, 70% gains. If you know how to day trade and you know how to invest in these penny stocks, you can make this much money in a single day. These are percent changes in a single day. It's March 25th. So, this is the first video. All I wanted to do was kind of introduce penny stocks and show you how they can make you money, and it's because of the percentage changes that occur. These are shares of a company. So when you buy a penny stock, you're buying a percentage of a company. It's not a large percentage, because when these companies issue their shares, which means that they make these shares that you are buying, these stocks, available to the public, they issue, millions of shares, several millions of shares. So when you buy a handful of stocks, say 100, 1,000, 10,000, which isn't much. If you buy, 10,000 shares, you have to remember it's just one penny, so it comes out to like $100. So that's not too, it's not that hefty of an investment, but you technically own 10,000 shares of this company. And all you have to remember is that the price changes in these shares occur because of supply and demand. So technically, because of the fact that these penny stocks are traded on a market, and in the next video I'm going to go over the different types of markets, but you just have to know that these penny stocks are traded on a market, so you can actually think of them as a product that's being bought and sold, and just think of them as an actual widget or a real product being traded, because that's what they are. And just the only thing about them is it's something that you can't hold in your hand, and actually you can if you they actually can. I mean, actually back in the day they used to issue physical shares, not anymore, but you can have and trade these shares, and you can buy and sell them. And so, in the next video I'm going to go over how these penny stocks are bought and sold, and the different markets and ways that they are traded. Hello and welcome to video 2 of the In Penny Stock VIP Beginner module. Again, this is going to be a series of videos where I help you learn about the basics of the penny stock market and of day trading, and why it's so important that you get into this industry at this time, and how you can make money off of it. There's tons of people who are making thousands, almost tens of thousands of dollars a day in this, and you can do it too. It doesn't take that long. It's not that hard. If you study, if you take the time to watch my videos, go through my modules. I have my intermediate and my advanced modules. If you go through all the videos and you learn and you educate yourself, you can be like one of the traders. If you go on Profitly, if you see Timothy Sykes and Superman and Investors Underground, sorry, those are all traders. You can Google them, I guess. You can see that these guys trade and make thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a day. And it's very possible to do it if you understand how to do it. And that's what I'm here for. So, let's start. I'm just covering the basics. In this video, we're going to go over on what markets do penny stocks trade. So, as I was mentioning in the previous video, you have to think of these penny stocks as objects, because they're something of value, and you trade them, you buy and sell them. So if we assume that the penny stock is a share, is an item, then you have to think about where you can buy and sell these items. And there's different markets for that. So we're going to go through this list. I'm on pennystocks.org. They just have a list of different markets, so I can kind of go through them the same way they did here, and you can kind of have a visual and I guess another opinion technically right in front of you as I go through them. So one of the highly traded penny stock markets is the Nasdaq, and basically they are, I'm sure you've heard of them or heard something about them. This is where shares need to be at least $1 or higher to trade on here. So when a penny stock is made, okay, it usually starts trading at about a penny. Okay, penny stocks. Penny stocks are created in a different way than actual stocks are. Actual stocks go through something called an IPO, or initial public offering. The date is March 26th. Okay, today is the day that King, which is the company that made the iPhone app Candy Crush, I'm sure you must have heard of it. It's used to be a very popular game and still is for some people today. That company is going public. They're doing an IPO. In that case, usually those are real stocks. We don't consider those stocks as penny stocks. First of all, because that stock is going to be traded at about, I think it's like $22 or $40 or something like that when it's first offered. And so that is definitely not a penny stock. Penny stocks are created through something called reverse mergers or reverse IPOs. You don't need to really know that. There's a whole bunch of successful traders that don't even know it. It was just some side information that I wanted to give you guys. So, but in general, what I just wanted to tell you was that penny stocks usually start trading at about a cent or even less than that. So the Nasdaq is one of, if you think of the share as a item, it's one of the stores, I guess, or one of the marketplaces that these shares are bought and sold. Okay, so as you can see here, the shares listed here will usually be about $1 and up. Okay, now the next one is called the OTCBB, OTC Bulletin Board. Okay, this is pretty much where most of the penny stocks that we will be trading and the ones that I focus on are traded on. Okay, they're basically stocks that are traded, 1 cent penny stocks can be OTC bulletin board stocks, and they're the ones that sometimes get pumped up, or sometimes you hear that hot penny stock tip. Usually people are talking about these OTCBB stocks, and I guess sometimes these stocks get a bad name because of the fact that the companies that are registered here, they don't have the best financials. These companies aren't profitable companies. One thing you have to understand is that in this situation, we aren't investing in these companies. Okay, you're not investing long term in this company. You're trying to buy it at a certain price and sell it for a higher price. That is the goal. Okay, there's something called shorting, where you go the opposite way, where you sell and then you buy. But that's a little bit more advanced. You don't have to worry about that now, and that's not even what I specialize in, even though I can do that and I do it for profits. And you will learn in the intermediate and advanced modules of in Penny Stock Pro and Penny Stock VIP. But for now, just know that these stocks that we're trading and that I'm discussing, we're not looking for long-term investment. Okay, where we don't focus on the company, we're just focusing on the share, and when the price goes up, we want to sell it. And basically by the end of these videos, you'll understand kind of the basics of penny stocks and why I trade them, and later on you'll learn how we can identify how the penny stocks go up and how we can profit off of it. So OTCBB, that's another common one. Amex, American Stock Exchange, that's very similar to the Nasdaq. The shares that will be traded on the Amex, again, are legitimate companies, as they have reporting requirements. Okay, the OTC bulletin board that we were looking at before, they don't have they don't require any certain reporting requirements, but the Nasdaq and this other one we're looking at, American Stock Exchange, do. Now, pretty much the last important market you have to worry about. There's a few others. There's like the New York Stock Exchange, which is kind of like the American Stock Exchange, so it's on that level. You have to report on it. But basically, the other ones that you need to know about are pink sheets. Now, it's funny that they say right here, and they have these little flags right here, do not buy these ever. Okay, you have to understand that you need to have a proper strategy when you go and buy these pink sheet stocks. Okay, again, it says right here, easy to buy, very difficult to sell. The reason for that is because there's no market for these penny stocks. So you don't just go in and buy any penny stock and just, think that it's going to go up and down in value. No, there's some penny stocks that never get attention. In this module and in my advanced and intermediate modules and through watching these videos, you'll understand and know how to identify what stocks you want to trade and what stocks to look at and how to find the stocks to look at. Okay, as I probably mentioned before, and you'll probably hear me mention it a whole bunch of times, volume is very important, because volume is technically the amount of shares being traded. So again, if you think about these shares of being an item, like say you can think of them as a shirt. Okay, volume is the amount of shirts. So you can't just go in to, stores don't carry just one shirt, and if they have one shirt, then it's an issue, because if you can't really have a marketplace with just one shirt. You want to have a lot of volume. You want to have a lot of shares and a lot of volume, buys and sells going on, so that you have to remember there's two sides of this. You have to not only buy the stock, but then you have to resell it. Okay, and sometimes this is a very fast process. I've made hundreds and thousands of dollars within literally seconds, and I've done my trades under several trades actually, and I'll teach you, and you'll learn by the end of this how you can do this, and why it's actually a very effective trading strategy. But what you just do is you buy the stock goes up, and you sell it. It's a very simple formula. Don't think it's super easy, because another thing you have to understand is that 90% of traders lose money. Okay, let me repeat that. 90% of traders lose money. Okay, now don't get worried, don't get afraid. By watching these videos, you are pretty much higher than just from watching the first and this video, you're probably up and have a higher level of knowledge than about 75% of traders, because a whole bunch of people just get into penny stocks because they hear from a friend of a friend, from a coworker, about a hot stock that's about to shoot up, or they just buy it on a gut instinct and they have no real methodology behind their trading. Okay, through this I'm going to teach you the strategies. I'm going to show you all the elements of how to do this, and in just a few weeks or months, depending on how hard you study and how fast you go through my videos and how much you learn, you'll know and become a self-sustainable, independent, and successful trader with a profitable track record. And by the end of these videos, you'll do that. I'm gonna go through with you slowly. If you have any questions, you can always contact me immediately through the contact form, through the Ask a Question service if you're my VIP member. I'll answer it immediately, and I'll create a personal video answer tailored just for you, because I want to help you guys. I'm trying to shed light to this industry. I'm trying to destroy the misconceptions about the industry. It's made me a lot of money, and I want you to be able to make a lot of money from this too. Don't think it's just one-sided. Of course, I like learning, but again, through the VIP service, that's what I get out of this. Okay. And knowing that I can help you make money and maybe one day make you a successful independent trader if you do your homework, that's what drives me, and that's what I want to do. So I hope you understand the markets that these are traded on, and understand that it's not, it's easy, but it's only easy once you understand the rules and the strategies and the elements, and that's going to take watching pretty much all of the videos, not only in this beginner module, but my intermediate module, the advanced module, the tips and strategies module. There's a whole bunch of them that you need to go through and you need to understand in order to become successful and profitable. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm gonna go over how long it's going to take to become a profitable trader, as well as why the top traders lose money, so that you get an understanding of what you're getting yourself into and kind of how this can potentially be a future for you. You know, there's people who make, like I said, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a day just by day trading. You know, they make it their profession, and you can do that too. You know, if you are looking for a way to, you know, escape the 9 to 5, you know, technically this is a 9:30 to 4, but it's a whole different lifestyle. You know, you can trade on the go. You don't have to trade every day. All you need is a laptop to trade. So, anyways, I'm going to see you in the next video. We're going to go over how to become a profitable trader, how long it's going to take, and why the top traders lose money. So, see you there. Hey guys, in this video I want to go over the number one reason why traders lose money. Okay, this is video 3 of the beginner module for InPenny Stock VIP. Okay, by the time we are finished with this module, at the end of this video series, you will have a good introduction into trading and penny stocks, and you'll know why you need to get into penny stock trading immediately and how you can make a lot of money from it. However, I want to also explain to you why even the top traders lose money. Okay? Now, as I mentioned in the last video, in video 2 of the module, 90% of traders lose money. Okay? 90% of day traders lose money, but the reasons that they lose money, the reason that they lose money is because they don't trade with rules. They don't trade with rules. That is the most important, and that is what I develop and teach you guys throughout these videos in the beginner module, intermediate, advanced, in Penny Stock VIP videos and lessons. That is the key to being a successful and profitable trader. Okay? Even people who have been trading for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years still sometimes lose money. And you might think, wow, if they sometimes lose money, you know, then how am I supposed to not lose money? And you have to understand the only reason that occurs is because they don't follow their rules. And if you've been trading for any amount of time, you'll understand what I mean. Okay? You know, if you're new to this, you haven't started trading, you're not going to exactly understand why these top traders make these losing trades or these risky trades until you yourself get into trading. And so I'd recommend getting into virtual trading, which, you know, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. That's a future video. But you'll see once you start trading what I mean by not following your rules. Every time a top penny stock trader, or even just in general, you know, any time, once you understand day trading, okay, there's first of all, there's two categories, okay? There's the 90% of day traders or people who invest in penny stocks who have no idea what they're doing. They're pretty much just gambling. They would be better off going into the casino and playing the slot machine or playing poker or playing blackjack, okay, or literally just playing the lottery. That's what they do. They have no mindset. They have no understanding of how the penny stock market works. You know, that's why they lose money. Okay, because people think that penny stocks are a get-rich-quick scheme, and you know what? They're not. You know, they're not. You're not going to get rich quick, okay? The way you're going to get rich is through small, conservative, consistent gains, okay? Every trade, you're going to make a couple $100, couple $1,000, and that's how you're going to get rich, okay? You know, sometimes you hear of those $100,000 days, or, you know, this guy Modern Rock on Twitter. You know, he's pretty much an amazing trader. He made $1 million in a single day trading FEMA, shorting FEMA last week, okay? That is not going to happen every day. Those are phenomenal days, and those guys have been trading for a while, okay? Don't worry about that. You're not at that level yet. What we want to focus on is just consistent small trades, and that's you're going to build up the money in your account, you're going to build up your confidence, you're going to build up your trading skills by doing that. Okay? The problem though is that when you're day trading, okay, you're sitting in front of a screen from 9:30 to 4 o'clock, ideally, okay? Or you're in the mindset to trade for that time, okay? If you have nothing else to do, which, some people invest in penny stocks at work, or try to do it passively, and that's a strategy too. My strategy is more hands-on, but once you understand the strategy, you can quickly get in and out of trades and do them in literally a minute. So it's just whatever your preference is. But you have to understand that sometimes what happens is you enter a trade that you technically shouldn't, only because you get quote unquote bored. Okay? Timothy Sykes, he's a trader. He has a great quote. I love it. And I'm going to copy it. He says, "You should act like you're a retired trader who only comes in for the great trades and then goes back into retirement." And that's a great philosophy to have, okay? Don't worry about how to identify what the great trades are right now. I'm going to go over that in my intermediate modules, in my Penny Stock VIP membership. That is all going to be covered there. For now, I'm just introducing you to penny stocks. I'm just trying to motivate you into spending your time and spending your free time and getting excited about how you can make money in this industry. And I'm telling you the truth. I've just helped friends recently start from scratch into making six figures. That is pretty good for less than a year's worth of work. I don't know many industries that you can do that unless you, I guess, open up, like right now it's in March 25th, 2014, unless you pretty much get into the marijuana business. I don't, the medical marijuana business. There's nothing that can make you this much money on a relatively consistent basis this fast. And it's only fast if you put in the effort. It's not it's not like you're gonna get handed the okay, trade this stock at this time, buy it at this price, sell it at this price. No, that's not what this is about. These videos are here to teach you, to motivate you, and to make you understand how to become a trader. Okay, on my website you can see right here I provide daily watch lists of the trades and stocks that I'm looking at. Okay, I want you to be able to create your own watch list, and you will as you go through my videos and understand more. So, then I want to just discuss that the number one reason the top traders lose money is because they don't follow the rules. And when you don't follow the rules, you get too excited, you get bored, and you just enter a trade that you shouldn't. That's when you lose money. So, and you'll see that as soon as you start trading. If you, hopefully you won't, actually, you can't win every trade, okay? The real honesty of it is you're going to win about, once you're successful, about 80% of trades or 90% of trades. But you're going to learn how to quickly get out of losing trades and how to immediately identify losing trades so that you don't lose money, or you lose a very small, super small amount of money. So that the goal here is to, again, and this is pretty much Super Trades, who's another trader who I'm sure as you get involved in the penny stocking industry you'll learn. But he talks about you maximize your gains and you minimize your losses. That's the key. Okay, if on your winning trades, okay, it's basic math, don't worry, I'm not going to get too mathematical, but if 80% of the time you're winning, okay, and you're making money, and you're making $1,000, okay, so 4 out of 5 trades you're making $1,000, and then on the 5th trade you mess up, you break a rule, and you lose money, but you only lose $100, that means every 5 trades you're still making $3,900. And again, those are just hypothetical random numbers, but I'm just explaining the philosophy, okay? Don't think you're going to win 100% of the time, because you're not. There's not a single trader in the world, there's not a single automated high frequency trading machine that does that. But the key here is to learn how to identify the best trades, how to trade them, how to make money, how to win about 80 to 90% of the time, and then how to make sure that if you ever by accident, which you will, get into a trade that you shouldn't, how you can exit immediately so you barely lose any money and you keep yourself in the game. You keep your account safe, you keep your money safe, and you keep on going. So yeah, that was the number one reason why top traders lose money. I'll see you in the next video. Hello my fellow traders. In this video I want to discuss something that might be relatively basic for some of you veteran traders, but definitely something that new traders and intermediate traders have to know about, and that is the concept of a pump and dump. Okay, one of the reasons we profit so much off of these penny stocks is because of the concept of pump and dumps. Okay, and pump and dumps, it's exactly what it sounds like. What happens in this case is a stock, any stock, so let's take this stock, XGTI. What happens is, in some fashion, okay, don't worry about the details, in some certain fashion it gets pumped up, like you see here. I think this happened in a single day where it went from $2.17 to $4.97. Okay, I'm not even reaching the peak. It went from like $2 to $5, okay, in a single day. That is a huge pump. And then and you can even see the volume. The volume was something ridiculous, like 15 million shares, okay, in a single day of this stock. When the average was about 200,000 about shares traded. Okay, in one day it became 15 million, okay? So what happens is, through some certain fashion, okay, the stock gets pumped and a huge amount of volume goes into it and the stock price shoots up. And then what happens is it gets immediately dumped, okay? Everyone is selling their shares. The shareholders, maybe the board, maybe management, maybe the penny stock promoters or the people who hyped it up and pumped it up in the first place. Either ways, it gets dumped, and this is the pattern or the chart pattern that gets created as a result. Okay, you get these huge mountain-like effects and looks whenever you see a pump and dump. Okay, so basically, you can see my video on how to track pump and dumps. I teach you how exactly you can go about locating these pumps and getting into the stock right here and be prepared for it to jump up so that you can quickly make your money. But you have to understand why I always stress the point of collecting your gains, locking in your profits, and just selling the stock. And that is because of the concept of these pump and dumps. Okay, what happens is, as the way that it is pumped is, back in the day, back in the 1990s and probably 2000 and possibly even today, it would be naive to say that they're not around anymore. There was a concept of boiler rooms, and if you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, that's what early on in the movie, that's kind of what was going on. It was a boiler room activity. There was these salesmen who would call up people and entice them, persuade them, influence them, almost threaten them in some fashions. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about, into buying these penny stocks. Okay, on a certain day, they pump it up. They create a lot of hype and marketing for the stock. Nowadays, it happens through newsletters and websites and email and social media. But in general, the whole idea is to get people excited about a certain stock on a certain day. And that's exactly what happened here on March 4th. Okay, on March 4th, you can see that the stock opened up or March 5th, I guess. You can see the stock opened up at $2.17, and then 15 million shares were traded that day. Okay, the average was 200,000, and on that day, 15 million shares were traded. Okay, and the price shot up $3 a share in a single day. That's more than 100. That's 150%. Okay, if you got in at $2.17 and you sold around $5, again, it's almost impossible to be that perfect, and I wouldn't even advise that. I would advise, as soon as you get that $1 a share, $1.50 a share, sell it. You still make boatloads of money. Okay, you have to know that these pump and dumps exist because I don't want you to ever think about investing in these companies. Okay, I actually had a discussion with someone who trades penny stocks, and again, I recommended it to my site, and I hope they watch the videos and learn, because they got hyped up in the product, and the whole pump. They're in the pump right now. I'm telling them to sell. They don't understand the concept of the dump, and in this case, the dump wasn't so bad. Okay, the stock is still holding up, but in a lot of cases, the dump causes the price to go almost to zero. And eventually, with this company, I think that's going to happen. Okay, I haven't really looked into, whether or not this was exactly pump and dumped to that extent, but this is the chart pattern that you'll see. This is how we make money. I help you guys find the momentum before this huge peak so that you're ready. You can buy the shares, you can see the action, follow my double catalyst rule and my VIP secrets and strategies, and you'll be able to, lock in these profits and, make your gains, make money as a day trader, and then, you know, it's not bad in a single day making double your money, making 100% of your money. If you have even, a few $1,000s in your account, you just made another couple of $1,000s in a single day. And this type of thing happens almost on a daily basis. And now, the date is March 26, 2014. It's a bull market. This happens every day, you know. But even when it doesn't, I can help you identify when it happens and make sure you're prepared. So, definitely go check out the VIP. I hope you remember, sign up for it. I'm going to teach you my strategies. I'm going to teach you how to track these pump and dumps and how to profit and how to be a consistent, profitable, and self-sustainable trader. My goal is also that within a few months, after you watch my videos and understand the lessons, you'll be able to identify these trends and these pump and dumps and trade independently. You'll have all the tools, all the resources, all the knowledge, and all the experience that you need to be a profitable trader. So, I guess I'll see you guys inside the VIP member section. In this episode, I'm going to discuss how much money that people can possibly make from penny stocks. I get this question all the time, and a lot of my viewers and listeners always want to know exactly how much money they can make, how much they can expect to make after they put in this amount of time, or after they've been trading for 3 months or 6 months, and just in general, what's the minimum they can make, what's the maximum they can make. So in this video, I'm going to clarify it for you guys, and I'm going to let you know exactly how being a day trader works and how the profiting works, and just in general, the amount of money that can be made in penny stock trading. So the main thing that you guys need to understand is that every day is not the same. Okay, so your consistency, there's really no such thing. It's not something that's necessarily 100% stable, but it is possible to make good money if you know how to trade and if you trade in the right manner. So what I mean by that is that you have to almost, Tim Sykes says this a lot, you have to almost think of yourself as a sniper. Okay, you set up a shot and you wait for it, and you don't chase things, you don't try to run after stocks, you wait for your target and you get your perfect shots. Okay, that's how trading is. Alright, you'll notice if you've been trading for any amount of time that the only times you lose money is when you trade because you're bored, or you trade because you think that this might be a good setup, or the only time traders end up losing money, and of course I'm talking about traders who understand the rules, who perhaps have went through all my videos or have followed other prominent traders and just in general educated themselves with the stock market. Once you first have to develop a basic strategy and a basic education of the penny stock market. So that usually takes about, couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, about 50 plus to 100 hours of, hard effort where you're studying, you're watching my videos, you're listening to other people, you're watching the stock market, and then it also takes a decent amount of trading, because there's a difference between theory, which is, I guess it's not really theory because I teach you the real applications of it, but there's a difference between me teaching you and you actually implementing it. So not only do you have to spend time learning and educating yourself about the stock market, but then later you also have to spend time, hopefully virtual trading, which I discuss a lot. Um, you want a virtual trade, okay? You don't want to just go all in with your money, unless you have money to throw away, and that's up to you. But I would recommend, going to SureTrader or Trade Monster, or TD Ameritrade has a software called Paper Money, and that allows you to virtual trade. And basically, what it allows you to do is get used to executing orders and get used to knowing how to buy or sell or watch the stock market in general. It's a little intimidating at first, and when you start trading, you'll start to realize how fast paced it is, or how many different things you need to keep an eye on. You know, when people think of traders, or sometimes when you see images or videos of traders, you see them looking at a whole bunch of different displays and monitors, and that's because they have to keep their eye on many different things. All right, there's the news, and then there's the current stock price, and then there's chat rooms, and there's statistics, and there's a lot of different things and variables that go into stock trading. Okay, but in general, over time, okay, if you follow the rules, if you stick to your disciplined strategy, all right, you don't chase gains, so if you're doing everything right, pretty much, well, you can expect on average, again, this is on average, maybe monthly average, maybe a yearly average, but on average you can expect about a 5 to 8% gain per day, I would say. And again, per day meaning taking into account only business days, only trading days. So not weekends, but if you take it over the course of about 6 months to a year, you can see about profiting 5 to 8%. Now, let me qualify that by talking about, how you can reach that 5 to 8%. Okay? First of all, that involves being very disciplined in terms of knowing when to cut your losses. Okay? You need to be able to never get into the mindset where you rationalize your trades. Okay? This assumes that you have an account balance of over 5K. Because if you have an account balance of lower than 5K, the issue is that while you're trying to build your account up, you end up losing a decent amount of money in commissions. Now, that's not to say that you won't make money, but the 5 to 8% on a daily basis over time doesn't apply to you until you at least get 5 to 10K and you at least solidify your trading strategy. Okay? The other thing that you have to know is that you need to be able to sell your trade and your position the second you see that you're in a losing position. Okay, if I see that I'm down a cent or two on the trade, I sell, because the reason that has to do with my trading strategy. Some people almost call me a scalper. I definitely don't agree that I'm a scalper, but I follow the price action and I follow the volume. Right? I use the double catalyst rule. I use various rules and various strategies that allow me to I wait for opportunities, basically. I'm an opportunity seeker in the stock market. Alright? I know what catalysts and what factors cause the stock to jump in price and to shoot up. Alright? And I discussed that in my VIP service, and in general, there's several different catalysts. And all I do is I wait for a few catalysts to stack up for a certain stock. I wait for the price action so that the market knows that this happened, and then I just get into the trades. Right? So I don't stick with positions that are losing, because there's no need for me to. All I do is I sell and I get out, and I lose just $10 on the commission of the trade, or less. So if I'm using Speed Trader, it's like $7 or $6. So you need to be able to discipline yourself in that manner. And don't worry, it takes some time, because sometimes you think, oh man, I just got into the position, it's gonna go up, but here's my helpful little tip about that. Okay, think about you're working a job, okay, or you're in class, all right? If there's ever a second where you can't explain why you're in the position and why the price is the way it is, then you have to get out. So in terms of, say, you think everything was right about the stock, and your news catalysts were all good, and the usual trends that you follow that make the price jump are, there in the stock, and yet the stock price is going down, you know, don't rationalize to yourself, or try to find out what happened. Just get out of the trade. Okay? You don't want to. The problem with people is that as they lose money, they think about, they come up with some BS reason, or they rationalize a reason for themselves that the stock price is going to go up. All right? Even though you think you might have more knowledge, it doesn't matter what you think. The market is going to do what the market wants to do. All right? Now, in a future episode, I'm actually going to talk about control of the stock market, because some people, another question that I get is, do you think it's worth trading in the stock market when I don't have any control? And the funny thing is that you do have control. You do have actually a lot of control over trading. So I hope this helps. I hope it gives you a better understanding of how much money you can make. And the last thing that I'm going to say is one of the reasons why I love it is because that 5 to 8%, right? The reason that that's so amazing is because every day that you're playing the stock market, you have a chance to get into the high runner, all right? Almost every day in the stock market, there's at least one stock that during the day shot up like 70% or 100%, okay? So the best thing about stock trading is you're getting your basic income, okay, 5 to 8%, which is amazing, okay? That's amazing to get in a single day over time, on average. But you also every now and then have the chance to be able to almost hit the lottery, almost double your money, or get 75% or 175% of your money. So that's the whole rush of the stock market. That's what makes it enjoyable, and being able to have the opportunity, because if you're not in the game, you can't win. What's that lotto saying? You have to play to win. So you have to be in the stock market game to have the potential to catch one of those trades that shoot up. And that happens all the time, okay? It happens all the time where these stocks shoot up. All right, this is probably the most conservative day, where the top stock only moved 40% about. But even that was probably pretty simple to get into. And then when I do my how to research a penny stock in 5 minutes or less, I go over the indicators that you have to look out for to know when a stock is about to shoot up. But that's all I want to cover in this video. I hope it helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or leave any comments if you have anything that you want me to clarify, or just let me know what you think. As always, if you have any video suggestions or any questions you want cleared up in a video format, just send me the question through email or through my contact form to admin@inpennystock.com. And I'll come up with a video answer, especially for my VIP members, as soon as possible. Almost for my VIP members, I do it that night. I'll give it to them that night. But in general, I try to provide as much material and content as possible. So I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.